so
Okay.
you are officially woke. That is what wokeness is about. It's like, people.
What? What did that you? Where did that even come from? It's time for another episode of Things That Carly Watches That Makes Her Afraid to Read Her Comment Section. That includes one of my faves today, Mr. Ben Shapiro. That's right. I don't think I've reacted to Ben Shapiro on the channel before. And this one is called "A Student Loses It While Debating Ben Shapiro. Why am I not surprised?" I feel like this is a common thing. I love when people think that they can like outsmart him when they actually haven't done any of their own research and only formed an opinion based on other people's words. So here we go. Let's watch Ben Shapiro have a calm discussion with this student. Before we get too far into this, I would like to say this video is also for my commentary. So if you do not want to hear that, you're dumb. No, I'm just kidding. You can just go watch the original video. You don't have to watch a reaction, but that's what it's for, my channel, my video, and I'm going to leave my commentary. So join me in watching Ben Shapiro have a calm discussion with this student.
Before I ask my question, so do you come from Holocaust survivors, or are you a Jewish family that didn't?
So my great-great-grandparents arrived here. A lot of our extended family was killed in the Holocaust, but our immediate
Your
family...
great-great-grandparents, but not your grandparents.
Right.
Oh, do you have friends whose grandparents were Holocaust survivors or anything like that?
Of course, many of them.
This is a fair question, but also a very weird question to ask somebody. I don't think I would ask a Jewish person, hey, like, were you connected to the Holocaust? Like, did your family go through that? I'm just saying. It's a fair question. It's just kind of weird.
Right.
Oh, do you have friends whose grandparents were Holocaust survivors or anything like that?
Of course, many of them. Yeah, I've helped write memoirs of Holocaust
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their families are kind of messed up, right? Like, my family is very messed up.
I mean, if you go through a trauma like the Holocaust, I would imagine
they
it
teach that trauma between generations. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, trauma very often in a lot of circumstances is passed down. I mean, I know some kids of Holocaust survivors who turned out fantastic and some who didn't. I mean, that's
Yeah. Okay, so you are officially woke. That is what wokeness is about. It's like, people.
What? What did that you? Where did that even come from? What do you mean? I gotta hear what he says. I need to hear.
Holocaust survivors who turned out fantastic and some who didn't. I mean, that's
Yeah. Okay, so you are officially woke. That is what wokeness is about. It's like, people's grandparents or their great-grandparents were slaves.
Well, it's okay. No, it's okay.
Fuck you,
Oh my gosh.
Or their great-grandparents were slaves.
Well, it's okay. No, it's okay.
Fuck you, I'm talking!
Guys, I actually want to hear... I want
that is a way to talk to a crowd booing you. I do want to hear what he has to say. Like, they gotta let him talk. But also, like, you definitely don't want to yell that to a crowd that's booing you or a crowd in general. Like,
no, it's okay.
Fuck you, I'm talking!
Guys, I actually want to hear... I want to hear...
No, this
it's
guy-
okay. It's okay. I want to hear... Let's at least hear the argument. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Go.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I do want to hear it. It's fine. Let him go. Let's hear it.
Come on.
So explain how that's woke.
So, I mean, the whole thing is like, let's see. So during
Bruh, get to it.
Silent Calvin Coolidge's administration, do you know about like the Great Mississippi Flood back in the 1930s?
No.
I understand that American history is filled with racial evil.
Yeah. And that causes some intergenerational trauma, which affects people's ability to be,
so let me
effective, and things like that.
Fine. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So if the idea is that history has consequences, of course that's true. That's not wokeness.
Yeah.
That is not wokeness. What wokeness suggests is that fundamental institutions in American society
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it 100%
I ran Elizabeth Warren's campaign. I helped organize her volunteers around here. I am a representative of wokeness.
Well,
and that's just, this is all it is.
Well, I mean,
I'm open to hearing his argument about it, but I don't hear any argument, and then he doesn't let Ben Shapiro speak his side. So what do you got to say, Ben? Tell him.
Like,
I mean,
when I went to go get my first tattoo, the guy had lightning bolts and 88s tattooed on his neck. And as a Jewish person, that's really messed up. It's basically a threat.
There are racist people who exist. The argument that you're making, and I'm going to close with this because this is going in weird directions, and I don't really want to.
No, it's not
I
going
don't
in a weird
really
direction.
want to get.
He's literally talking about a guy with a tattoo on his neck. This is so far off topic, which is what happens. It's like people would be more open to hearing people's arguments and opinions if they were actually rational and had any side of logic to them.
A second. I let you get out your arguments, and now it's time for me to respond.
Yes,
So I let you say
Okay,
before.
I'll let you respond, but
No,
you won't.
Now's my turn.
You are not characterizing what I'm saying accurately.
Now it's my turn. Your definition is inaccurate. The reason your definition is inaccurate is because any sentient human being would acknowledge that history has consequences.
Right.
But if the idea is, but that's not what wokeism is. Wokeism is a different thing. Wokeism suggests that all inequalities of today are attributable to not only historic injustices, but also continuing injustices in the now. And that all disparity is attributable to discrimination.
Like that, but a
not just
a conservative
that.
is the only person.
Not just.
I want to know why. Why is it that conservatives are the only people who define it like that? Why are conservatives the only people?
Okay, so we're gonna have to stop here because this is going nowhere. But
what's up?
I'm gonna have to stop with this with you because
he just wants to argue with them with no backups, like no, there's no logic. It's all feelings, and as Ben would say, facts over feelings, guys. Like, this is why I don't watch these videos, because I get all worked up.
Because this is going nowhere. All I'm going to say is this. To sum up,
I just am trying to understand your perspective.
He's not trying to understand. He won't even listen to his perspective.
On a fundamental level, you're shifting definitions to avoid the consequences of your own argument. And if
they're covering the microphone so he can keep talking, oh man, I applaud the arm.
The idea is. And final point. If you are going to hold on, if you are also
trying to tell Ben Shapiro about being censored. Okay, honey, go read the First Amendment.
Also, just final point to sum up there. Final point to say.
I can follow that.
Yeah,
but,
I just want to make, honestly, I want to make one final point to sum up there. If the idea is that traumas of the past invariably bleed down into the present, that does not explain why certain groups that have been historically not only marginalized but slaughtered in mass genocide are some of the most successful groups in our society. So if the idea is.
Good point.
If the idea is that past trauma always equals current inequality, or that my actions in, say, robbing a convenience store are attributable to bad actions that happened in Alabama in 1930, the answer to that is no. Don't rob the convenience store. The only way they are going to be able to break the chain of history is to make good decisions. What people on the left don't like to talk about is actual solutions. What they like to do is bitch about problems that existed 60 years ago and blame those for failures to solve them now.
Tell them, Ben. Wow. Well, I'm sorry. Can I hear that again? Can you repeat that?
To make good decisions. What people on the left don't like to talk about is actual solutions. What they like to do is bitch about problems that existed 60 years ago and blame those for failures to solve them now.
Well put. Well put. That's definitely a common thing that I've noticed is just like, okay, you say that there's this problem. How would you like us to provide a solution to this? And then they're like, oh, I don't. So yeah. Well, I believe that was my first reaction to Ben Shapiro on my channel. I, of course, have seen many clips of him, but if you have a clip by Ben Shapiro that you'd like me to share and check out, please drop it down in the comments. And, of course, go check out Ben's channel. I look up to him a lot. I think he's amazing and hilarious. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoy watching these and leaving my own commentary, which is what they're for, because it's my channel. I already know the comments are gonna be like, stop pausing and talking. You talk too much. It's my channel. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe. Help me get to 100,000 subscribers. We're almost to 91,000. It's insane. So thank you all so much for the love and support. And in case nobody has told you today, I love you. God loves you. And peace.